I love the Titanic, but who wants to have a bag that says great loss of life on it? Okay, this is definitely the style of bag I should be getting. It's very practical, made in Italy, very chic, very cool. This is the bag I want to get. Look how cute. Is this like a lunchbox? This is definitely handmade. Ooh, I love it. I was too excited to go thrifting for the first time in a couple months that I completely forgot to film an intro. So this is my quick little intro. I've been on a no buy, buying no clothes since the last couple weeks of April, and then my no buy ended the first week of June. Today you're gonna see me thrift for basically all the trends I talked about in my last video. So if you haven't seen that video, it's definitely curated toward what is trending for me. Let's get to the thrifting. Silk skirt is definitely on my wish list, but every time I find them, and yeah, this is 100% silk. Every time I find them, they're in prints that I just don't like. Like, this is not, I don't like it. This is almost what I'm looking for, the drop waist skirt, but I don't like the elastic. Okay, this is like exactly what I want to make. I'm pretty sure these are handmade out of like vintage fabric. I get them to use as a template for a pattern, but I think they're a little too big. Don't tell me that, then I'll have to buy it.
Are you sure you didn't like that one?
Oh yeah, I have something just like it.
Oh.
I feel like this would be a really good top to do an exposed bra look. $11? It's not that good. It feels so good to be back at the thrift store. I didn't get as much footage at the thrift store as I usually do because a lot of people were talking to me, which is fine. Totally like to talk and chat. I just didn't want to get people on camera that didn't want or know that they were on camera. So I ended up just stopping recording quite a bit. I feel like it's just a good reminder that people crave connection, especially in the times that we're going through right now. There are disturbing things happening every day. Even though none of our conversations were skewed toward political matters or current affairs in any way, is a reflection of that like outreach of just wanting to have connection, and tried to give my full attention and energy into those conversations. I just want to encourage you, if you are out and about and people are trying to talk to you, whether you're on an airplane or at the grocery store in line, do your best to engage in a way that feels natural to you. I just think it's a good human thing to be doing right now. I'll get off my soapbox now. Let's get into the thrift haul. Okay, I'm gonna start with accessories. One of my summer trends, what's trending for me, is statement and whimsical jewelry. I thrifted a bunch of these like bauble necklaces. I forget what they're called, but this is one of them I thrifted a couple months back. Then on this trip, I thrifted these little clip-on hoop earrings, which this is also something I've been doing. You probably saw in my last video, but these are just little silver tone hoops that are clip-on, so it makes it really easy. These are cool as obviously clip-on earrings on their own, but when I put them on, they were so heavy on my ears, and even though they're clip-ons, they still like dragged me down. So I decided to try it like this, and I really like it, and I like it with the two. I also am a really big fan right now of the mocha color. I think it's the color of the year, technically, mocha mousse or whatever, but I put it on with this mocha colored necklace, and I thought it was really pretty. I think silver and brown, specifically this shade of brown, are so good for the summer. Like, there's something very, I don't know, chic about it to me. And then I also got, I'm also wearing this clapper, wait, is that what it's called? Clamper silver tone bracelet. It's by Chico's. I think it's intentional wear to the silver tone where the copper or whatever the base metal is there is peeking through. But I really liked that. I thought it was just, it had a very bohemian kind of feel to it, and it also kind of matches the silver tone earrings as well. I feel like this is a pairing that I'm going to be doing all the time. It looked good with a lot of different outfits. It's a neutral metal, a pretty neutral brown, so yeah. The other jewelry piece, at first I was thinking I would just get this to kind of harvest the shells from it. Because I love making jewelry with shells. They also have buttons on them. Again, if you watched my last video, a trend that I'm seeing a lot on my Pinterest that I really would like to participate in is button embellishments on everything. And so I was specifically looking for buttons and I didn't find any, but I did find some on this necklace, which I thought was cool. Oh, also, the price on the bracelet was $8.99, which is a little pricey. And then the earrings were $3.99. This one, I haven't taken the tags off yet, but this was $5.99. Anyway, at first I was thinking I would just use the shells from this to make, you know, a different piece of jewelry, but I actually loved the cording and that it's colored, and I think I'm gonna leave it. It's just kind of crazy enough to be a statement necklace, but I don't know, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, a little expensive on the jewelry this time around, but honestly, these are pieces I think will have longevity in my jewelry box, so I'm fine spending it. A couple more accessories and then we'll get to the clothes. I did end up buying this little vintage shoulder bag. Did I need this? Absolutely not. And honestly, on my wish list, I had that I needed more crossbody bags because I had been thrifting a ton of really good shoulder bags through the winter and spring. But I realized that I just gravitate toward crossbody bags a lot more frequently because I'm a mom and it's just easier for me to grab and go that way. But I'd like to have more options. Right now, I only have 2 crossbody bags and I wear them to death, but I picked up another shoulder bag. I don't know. I just loved it. I had to have it. It's not even in that great of condition. It is peeling a little bit around here, but I just thought it was so cool. The fact that this wraps around and then is like a dangly piece like that. It's a really good length for a shoulder bag too. I like the way it fits on me. The inside is pretty. It's this blue metallic. And then you can see there the branding, which I don't know, something about that looks like a nice brand. I don't know anything about it. And this was $4.99, which I thought was a good deal. I mean, it's not in the best condition, but I kind of love that kind of stuff, you know, like when it looks like somebody has loved it, then it makes me feel like I can love it. You know, if it were in pristine condition, it's too easy for me to be too precious about it and not want to wear it at all. So the fact that someone's already scuffed it up, they've just broken through that mental block for me. This was something on my wish list, a camel color or just any brown belt, specifically with silver hardware. I have brown belts. They all have either brass or gold tone hardware. Look, it even matches my necklace. I think I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of this. And it says full grain leather. It doesn't have any branding on it. And it's pretty worn, which I also like a shiny leather belt never hits the same as like a good worn in leather belt. And this was $6.99. Okay, now we can get into clothes. Oh, wait, hold up. You saw these. I did end up picking up the Chuka polka dot rain boots. How could I not? I do already own a pair of black and white polka dot rain boots, but they're in the style of like a cowboy boot. They're really cool and I love them and I will continue to wear those. These will be better for the everyday like throw on type of rain boot because those other ones are extremely hard to get off. Like I cannot get them off my feet myself. I have to have my husband help me. So they're dirty on the bottom, but nothing a little soap and water can't fix. And I think this is a good brand, Chuka. I've never owned anything by them, but I feel like I've heard that before. So I'm really excited to have these. And I'm a polka dot connoisseur at this point. And polka dot is definitely trending for summer, by the way. I didn't have it on my summer trends video because I just thought it was a little too obvious, especially coming from me, but we've all seen it. We all know it's a trend. Speaking of polka dot, this is the only other polka dot thing I got. All you polka dot haters, just hold on a second, okay? This was just a great basic. I loved the cut of this shirt, cotton spandex blend, and it's by the brand DE Collection. I love this grayish tan color, and I feel like it's one that just looks good on my skin tone. I love the little micro polka dot throughout it, and the cut is really cool. It's sort of like halfway between a tank top and a t-shirt. This was $6.49, so that's good. And actually, look at these together. That actually doesn't really match. Does it? Yeah, it kind of does. Okay, kind of going out of order. I realized I didn't even show you what broke the camel's back, what broke my no-buy, because technically I did break my no-buy before this thrift trip. It was very recent. It was in June. These silk blend pants, they're like slacks with a boot cut leg, and I got them on Whatnot from Seek First Finds. My camera just ran out of storage, so I just had to address that, but we're back in business. These are the pants. They're silk cotton blend with no waistline, no pockets. I was looking for pants like this specifically to wear to work. I feel like this is the perfect pair of pants, a scarf belt with. There's something about them that would just vibe with that. Then when I was thrifting, so back to this thrift haul, I found these Trina Turk silk pants. Are these silk? Wait. Maybe I made up that they're silk. No, cotton poly blends, but they feel like silk. They have a sheen to them, which maybe that's the polyurethane in them, but they're a very similar vibe. These ones are lower waisted, and then they also have a flare at the bottom, but they're more of like a capri length or kind of like a kick flare. They do have this crochet lace detail at the bottom. That's also trending this summer. It's not really my favorite, if I'm being honest. I may try to seam rip it off, but I do feel like it kind of adds a cute little element to it. It definitely makes them feel very summery. Actually would look kind of good with the top I'm wearing. We're $6.99, which is a great deal for Trina Turk. Very similar vibe to what I already bought, but I do think I'll get wear out of both of them in different ways. So I don't regret it. Speaking of my top, this is also a thrifted find from this trip. I'm pretty sure it's handmade. I really love this variegated yarn that was used throughout this. It's comes off as a cream, like from a distance, but there's also specks of like a light gray, like a light tan. So I feel like it's a really great neutral. I really love how it drapes on me, and I love the length of the sleeves and how the sleeves kind of bell out on me. I just think it's such a good cut. I am trying to get on my maker's journey. I want to start sewing. I want to start knitting more. So I'm also looking out for pieces to mimic, and I feel like I could recreate this. I want to use it as a knitting pattern, or even potentially just as a sewing pattern as well. I love having an oversized tee, but it has a different feel from the oversized graphic tees I have. It's a little bit more elevated. I could definitely wear this to work, but I could also wear this just to lounge by the pool or go to the park. Like, it's so versatile, and that's just the type of thing that I need in my closet. This was, I don't even think it was $4. I think it was like $3.95 or something like that. And also, I'm a sucker for hand knit pieces, or just handmade pieces in general. If someone made it, I'm going to be tempted to pick it up just out of respect for the person that made it. I don't know if this falls into a summer trend of any kind specifically, but like, whatever. Vertical stripe pants have been on my wish list for so long. I definitely want them in more of a denim, but I feel like this green is pretty and good neutral, at least for the color palette that I typically lean toward. The fit of these pants aren't my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. They're cut a little cropped, but I do think these would make really cute shorts. The only thing is that it does have this cute little cargo pocket with the seashell button, which the placement of that is kind of tricky for shorts. So we'll see about that. I might just try to make them work as pants, or honestly repurpose this fabric in some way. I don't know. I could probably seam rip the pocket off of this and not really have an issue with that. They're by Nordic Traders, and they were $4.29. Okay, another pair of striped pants. They had a really good lightweight cotton feel, and I obviously love this blue color. Just another pair of elastic waist flowy pants. They fit really similar to those green pants as well. So I probably will be turning these into a pair of shorts, which I'll be totally happy with. These were only $2.29. I forgot to show this during the accessories part, but I found this infinity scarf, gray and better yellow. I think I showed this in the thrift with me. There's this top that's been floating around on Pinterest that has this exact colorway and striped pattern to it. And butter yellow is definitely one of the colors of this season. Again, something I didn't include on my summer trend video because I feel like everyone already knows. It is an infinity scarf, so it's just like this big tube. But again, I kind of picked it up for the material because I was like, it's got a tiny bit of stretch to it, not too much. It's kind of a good length. If I wanted to, I don't know, could I add a little elastic to this and make it a mini skirt? That might be too mini. Or even just slice it at the seam and use it as a scarf belt would be so cute. So I'm really happy about this one. It was $3.99, which is expensive for a little dumb scarf, but I love it. And I think I can make something cool out of it. Like I mentioned before, I was looking for things that I can mimic to sew myself. And one of those things is a really good pair of shorts, good A-line shape. And I didn't necessarily find that exactly, but I did find this skirt from Old Navy. It's just that classic skirt cut. It has the wrap skirt in the front and then the shorts in the back, and this color is really interesting. It's this bright, almost neon coral color. I feel like it looks a little bit more red in the camera. I have been wanting to bring more color into my wardrobe, and this looked like it was going to be a pretty good fit, and bringing it home, it is. This is just so easy breezy. I wore this and a sweatshirt to drop my kids off at school this morning and then ran errands in it. It's so comfortable, but it looks a little elevated. Could definitely dress it up, wear it as a swimsuit cover up, wear it casually, all the things. So again, another versatile piece. I looked it up on Old Navy's website and they are still available. I think it was like $14. I got this for $8.99. It came in a few other colors as well, but I'm really glad that I thrifted this and got it for a lower price, but also in a color that kind of pushed my boundaries a little bit. I feel like this was the perfect find. I've talked about having an exposed bra. It's not something that I would wear on the day-to-day for a special occasion, like a date night or something. I think it's something really fun I could play around with. So I was specifically going to look for lower cut tops or square cut tops because I feel like those do a really nice job of exposing a round bra, you know what I mean? I picked up this little ballerina pink tank top. I thought this would be the perfect option to show a little white lacy bra underneath. The brand on this one is Rue 21 and it was $6.49. Again, a little pricey for like a tank top that's not that special, but whatever. This might be my favorite piece. One of my favorite trends from my summer trending list was the insect motif and the realism artwear print. ThylermcGillivary, how they're doing that style right now. And I really did not think I was going to be able to find that at the thrift store, but I did find this incredible peacock printed dress. It's a maxi length. The cut of it is really similar to the seashell ellamae ThylermcGillivary collab that I spoke about in the last video. There's the brand, Styleworks. This was $13.99, which is expensive. I could definitely see myself dressing this up to wear to a summer wedding, but I also might just wear it to the pool. It's just that like really slinky, stretchy spandex material. It has the realistic print throughout it, and it's a peacock, which I'm definitely more into the insects and like the butterfly and the bug theme that I saw, but I still think this is really cool. So I'm really excited to have it. It's been sitting here in my pile this whole time, and I've just been sort of like blushing, trying to save it for last. Let me know what summer trends you're thrifting. If you completed your no buy with me, tell me how it went. I've heard other creators talking about doing a no buy July. I definitely can't do that because my birthday is in July. I just can't hold back. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for all the new subscribers. So happy you're here. I appreciate you pushing that button and watching my videos. I post videos every Friday or Saturday sometimes. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to see more of my content. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.